Film photography is all about the process. I think everyone's gonna say the same thing. There's something about how much work you put into it. And for me, at least, I really love the meticulous process of it. And I love how you build a relationship with your images and with your film. And by the time you see the final product, you have spent so much work to get those images that even if it's a picture of your cat, you love it, you know? Lone Star Darkroom is a traditional photo lab. We do film processing, scanning, prints, enlargements, dry lab, wet lab, anything you name it. I took a couple darkroom classes in college. When I graduated, I was looking into having a bathroom darkroom and kind of like collecting equipment myself. I very quickly realized I did not want to become a hoarder, and I needed to find somewhere that I could go and close the door and come home at night. So all I did was just Google Dallas darkrooms. Somehow I ended up at Lone Star Darkroom. I started taking classes, reading manuals, learning everything I could possibly learn, and here we are. A year later, it's mine now. I love the meticulous work of the darkroom, and I love how magical it feels. I think in terms of like my painting and illustration work I do, I'm very impulsive and sporadic and quick. And the darkroom really forces me to slow down and to think about everything I'm doing and to take my time and to really trust the process, because you spend so much time in the darkroom for one picture, then all you did was like push a shutter, you know? It makes you care a lot more about your art in the end. And I can be so motivated to come to the darkroom if I have my own work to do. If I have negatives to scan, I cannot wait for that like final moment of like seeing everything come together. You did so much work like shooting the pictures, and you do so much work processing the film, waiting for it to dry, and to see that final image and have it pay off is just like one of the most rewarding feelings for me. I remember like the first time I ever processed slide film, and I pulled it out of the canisters and held it up to the light and like was actually blown away, like was actually speechless by how blue the skies looked and how green the trees were. Film is something that's magical and always will be. I originally learned to shoot photos on a digital camera, and I was shooting on a Canon Rebel, and then my first film camera was a Canon Rebel. So it was a very quick and easy transition because I learned how to use my DSLR, and I learned the settings, and I learned how to get the correct exposure, and then it translated very quickly to my film camera. I would take pictures and I knew exactly how it was gonna look because I had shot the same like digital camera. So film just really forces me to kind of like slow down and to think about each picture I'm taking rather than just like snapping away. You can't look at the back of the camera and adjust as you go. You know, you really need to take your time to create the image that you're trying to create. I shoot a lot of different cameras. I'm still shooting my Canon Rebel somewhere. I'm still shooting my Canon Rebel, and I'm shooting my Mamiya RV67 right now. I guess I mostly shoot Fuji Superia 400. It's easy, cheap, I bulk buy it, and I shoot through it so fast because if a roll comes out dummy, it doesn't matter, you know, and if something comes out great, awesome. I've been shooting a lot of instant film, which is kind of funny since I own a darkroom and have all this access to process my own film, you know, and I'm shooting instant film, but it's been a nice escape for me. I think my goal with Lone Star Darkroom is to just make film more accessible to the community. I was once just a student who shot film, and I want anyone else who's interested in film photography to be able to have an outlet, whether they want to learn to process themselves and be a part of co-op, or whether they just want to drop off their film. I think it's super important to keep film alive and to keep preserving it.